Should be fine. Watch what you want to watch. Are you ready now or no?
Okay, so this episode is how I came back from cheating. Yesterday we talked about married and cheating, and this is like a spin-off of married and cheating. So today we'll be talking about basically what happens after, you're married and cheating.
Right.
Like, do you take them back? Do you guys split? What happens? So this is where I need you guys' help. I want you to chime in.
Yes.
Let us know, how do you feel about that? Like, is it a yay or is it a nay? Do you accept them back? And if you do, why? Why do you accept them back? And if you don't accept them back, also tell us why. Why wouldn't you accept them back? So the other day, I gave you a scenario of a story of where a young lady cheated. And
Yes.
the young lady cheated on her husband,
Right.
repeatedly. So this was an affair. And he accepted her back and raised the baby that came out of that affair.
No judging. No
so
judging.
that's just a follow up from
No
yesterday's, in case you missed that episode. But it should be on our page.
No judging.
It should be on our page. So if you want to follow up with that, that would be good. So this episode, we just want to know what happens now. So okay, you accept them back. What
Right.
happens now?
What will happen? I always like to start off with the purpose of the video. The purpose of these videos are to inspire, to enlighten, and the reason why we actually started them was because we actually have some friends who we actually looked up to, and they ended up, getting a divorce. And we don't even know why they got a divorce yet. I don't even know, but we were just so distraught that it just cut us in half when we found out about it. And so we just felt like, gotta do something, man. I gotta do my part to save the world. So tonight's lesson is I cheated. Now what? What do I do? Now Sharon and I are very strong in this area because we are not cheaters. We have been completely faithful to each other for 9 years now.
Right.
And so we are only surmising based off the feedback that we've received from plenty of people who have, been able to help us. And so what I gather from people who and you have to focus. You didn't do it right. You didn't have your stuff together. This is what happens when you don't have preparation right. You feel me? That's exactly what happens. See, Daddy's prepared. You feel me? I prepare all the time, Bill. All the time. So, now, I want to show y'all something. I got a surprise for Shiraz. You don't know? Oh, Daddy. This is my baby's favorite all the time.
And I like the ones with the almonds.
All the time. I got this one for free, so I want to eat this. So, anyway, we've never cheated on each other, and I don't plan on cheating, although I realize I'm a human. I'm not in heaven. I'm on this side of glory, and because I'm not in heaven, I have to take precautions. See, that's the difference between me and a cheater. I actively take precautions. Now, first thing I do, baby, is what? I wear my boys. What? Boys. I should start calling them boys. My Bose QC35s. I go to the gym frequently. When I'm there 5 hours. You feel me? I got my headphones on the whole time. Why? It ain't because I think I'm Mr. Fine or nothing like that. No. And I do. But that's not the only reason. It's because I realize that I am a human and I am as susceptible to pussy as anybody. You know what I mean? I love pussy, first of all. And because of that, I take the necessary precautions. And I'm so used to the precautions that it's my lifestyle now. I don't go nowhere. So I'm at work. I'm at the gym. Anywhere where I can get in a conversation that's going to lead to me, you know what I mean, getting some. I got my headphones on. Period. Even at Lucas Lawns, I got my headphones on. Why? Let me tell you something. This girl came to the door one day. Hey, excuse me. When you done with that, can you come cut my grass? I'm like, okay. She said, okay, how much do you charge? I was like, I went to go look at it. I'm like, $35. You give me $40, you know what I mean? 'Cause she had a small little yard. You know, she's like, okay, just when you get done, just knock on the door and come get the money. I was like, well, you know, I really don't know you, but I was in a decent neighborhood, so I feel like no problem. Long story short, I got to the door. This babe is in a robe, like, with it like open, like.
She know what she doing.
Like, could you?
She know what she doing.
Could you step in and get the money? I'm like, oh, I'm dirty. I don't want to come in there. Like,
who comes to the door in their towel?
That's what it be happening
and
every day.
You know you naked underneath.
It be happening every day.
What is going on?
I said, now another man would have been like, dirty and all, I'm about to get these draws. GTD. Not me though. I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy.
These girls
not that guy.
Thirsty out here.
They're aggressive. They aggressive. Like it's hard to see aggressive. So you know, but we got to stay on topic because you know I will tangent in a minute. But so you know, if you have cheated, there is a way back.
Right.
There is a way back. If you're dealing with and I will say this. My wife made a good point yesterday. She said the only way I would cheat on my husband is if he habitually cheated on me. And then once he, you know, cheated on me frequently, that's when, you know, I would start to, she didn't even say cheat. She just was like, she wants some Donnell Jones. Like, I'd rather leave than to cheat. But don't nobody want to be by themselves. Nobody want to die lonely.
Right.
So she feel like, I don't want to die like that. So I'm going to go find some more meat. I'm going to be riding that meat. I'm going to be auditioning, basically. So I feel like, okay, you're going to be auditioning. And I understand. But she was saying, you know, I would have to be the one to initiate that in order for her to feel that way. And for me to cheat, I don't feel that way. Like if she cheated on me one time, you know, it was nice to have known you. You was very nice while all those 9 years. It was very nice to have known you.
So his choice is clearly he's going to leave.
But I gotta go right now. I gotta get out of here, man. A cat stick is donut in my coffee. I'm not with that.
So he's going to leave. And if you're going to stay, what are the options?
If you're going to stay, it's almost implied, even though it might be hard to do, but you can't be bringing it up every 2 seconds.
Right. Like, man, I remember, well, you let them stick it. You let them stick it there. I mean, what was your, you know, you can't do that.
You can't do that. If you're going to stay, you cannot do that. That is mental torture of yourself. You are literally
now that
mentally
is hard to do.
Terrorizing yourself.
I haven't experienced this, but I could imagine that would be hard to do.
Oh yeah.
Because we've never cheated on each other, but we've had encounters. He might have did something stupid. I'm like, why did you? That was stupid. Like that was a stupid move. And sometimes it's hard to let it go. I'm like, I remember when the last time you see, you know, you did that to me, and this, and that, and. Yeah, so I could imagine if someone cheated on you, because that's something that really hurts.
Right.
I could imagine it would be hard to bring it up.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why you need to seek some type of counseling.
Nigga ain't saying it's going to be easy.
But
the nigga's saying that's like a basic bottom rule. If you're going to stay, there has to be a reason to stay. If y'all got kids or if y'all don't got kids, like if y'all got whoever y'all got, if y'all together or if you just decide to stay because you feel like, I don't want to start over. Like, I know that's hard too. Like, right. I don't want to start over.
You got kids, which I understand. I can understand that because I have kids. And so it's more to it than just my emotions.
True.
After I get over my emotions, then I got to think about my children. They're going to be without a father, or if it's the other way around, they'll be without a mother. And so that's important. And sometimes we make selfish choices because we're only thinking about ourselves. So you got to look at the whole picture. Can we work this out? Was it just a one-time thing, or was it unfair? Because that makes a difference too.
Right.
And can it be worked out? And if it can be worked out, I mean, that would be good because obviously your children will benefit, and you won't lose your spouse. So I mean, and people have done it. Like the scenario yesterday, they've worked it out, and now they're living good and they're happy. Right. So.
And I'm not hating on them, and I certainly don't want to come across as judging nobody because I got my own stuff. And, you know, I don't even want to render a bad opinion about you. I'm just a silly dude. Like, so you will see me, you know, acting silly at the crib a lot. But I'm not judging nobody. If that's your situation, then that's tough. Like, I feel like kudos for that. Because I'm not sure I would be able to sleep in the same bed knowing that you let another man.
Right. And some people, and that's okay. If you're that person, you know, like I can't get past it. I will be bringing it up every second, every day. When you go to the bathroom, where are you going? Where are you going?
How are you, Mr. Bellamy? It's good to see you, man. He said, I forgave someone and I totally regretted forgiving them.
Wow.
And that's good. See, I also know that there's a difference between forgiveness and trust. Because forgiveness is a base bottom line that you have to have on the inside of you, on the recesses of your soul. You have to have forgiveness. But trust is a reestablishment of a relationship.
Right.
So, I mean, if you do need an example, you know, if a person cheats on you, you can forgive them. And by forgiving them, it means that, no, I legitimately forgive you. I don't think it's forgiveness for me to forgive you in order to get something out of it. To me, that's not forgiveness. Forgiveness says, I forgive you if I get nothing out of it, period, at all. Like, I forgive you. You know what I mean? That's how I look. That's how I view forgiveness. But trust in and of itself is like, okay, if I decide to be with you, see, now I need to phone your password to your phone. And I don't need it to be a problem. You know what I mean?
Right.
Oh, a special guest is coming. I'm get time. Hi, boo. Hi. We talk about cheating and how you can get back from it. Now, Sharon and I are very strong in a relationship and marriage. If you hear some of the candid conversations that we have, you have to understand, even just a little bit, that we're so comfortable, first, within ourselves, but secondly, within the relationship, that it doesn't take a lot for us we can just talk candidly to each other about our past sexual experiences, and we don't harp on that. Man, that's enough. You know, I don't want to hear about, you know, how he was, you know, or how she was. Nobody want to hear that.
Right.
But we're strong enough where we can say what I really want to say, and she knows that not to get offended, and I know, you know, to just walk that fine line. You know what I mean? So we're strong enough to be able to do it. So we've never cheated on each other either, and we don't plan on it. And I'm not a medium.
So what I was going to say is getting back to you were saying forgiveness and the difference between forgiveness and trust.
Yes.
So you could forgive someone, but that doesn't mean that you have to be back with them.
Right.
You could forgive them, but I see you over there. You know,
and I legitimately would be like,
right.
I'm not mad.
I'm going to move on.
I'm not mad.
I'm going to move on when it comes to relationships.
Right.
And I wish the best for you.
Right.
But it's saying I don't wish no evil on you. I don't wish nothing bad. I wish only good things for you. And we can move on. We could be friends and raise the children or whatever it might be.
Right.
But trust is something totally different. Trust is like we're still together and I'm trusting you with my heart. And we're getting back in a relationship. And that's what I was going to bring up. That's where that's going to take a lot of work. And it's going to take time. Like, if you're the one who did the cheating, you cannot expect the other party to trust you right away.
I was going to say that.
You just can't.
As a matter of fact, if you're the cheater and you decide to be back in a relationship and this person is good for you, it is now your responsibility to prove to them your trust.
Right.
It is your responsibility. See, before you got caught cheating, it was your responsibility to provide for them if you was a man. Or sometimes it was the woman, it was your responsibility to do the things that you're supposed to. Now you have added another responsibility, and that is, now I have to prove my trust. The burden of proof of trust is on me now as the cheater. That's now what. So I cheated, now what? It's time for you to get that phone up. It's time for you not to have another phone. It's time for you to follow David's rules. Get you some headphones, brother. If you would have listened, sister, if you would have listened, you would. No. That's judging. And I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy.
Or, you know, like what I said, just, you know, start. Sometimes you have to let some of your friends go. Some of your friends aren't good for you in the situation that you're in. When you get married, you have to choose your friends very wisely. Because they're living a different life than you.
True.
So maybe it was the friends she was hanging out or the group that she was hanging out. So now you have to do like what I was saying in the other video is, you know, you might not be able to go out after work. Because going out after work is...
You might not be able to go after work.
Right.
But this man said, if my wife and I haven't set the ground rules early. If either party cheats, it's over.
Right.
Now, my wife and I have our own set, right? So my wife feels like I would have to habitually cheat. And I feel like if she let another man see her left titty, I'm gone. You feel me? Why? What happened? Was you bent over? Was your shirt too big? Did you whip it out? You know, I want to know what happened. I want to know how it happened. He said we also have each other's passwords and logins. You know,
we do too.
We were somewhere, and I don't want to give the location out because it was going to give away. But I had my wife's phone, and somebody was giving me their number to trade contact information. And it just so happens that she handed me her phone and walked away. And so they just expected for me not to have, and they were married. They just expected for me not to have a passcode. So when I opened the phone, they looked like, And it just so happened that their spouse was around when it happened, and you know how you in somebody's house, you feel like I don't mean to be in your house, but I can tell I'm in y'all crib. Like y'all talk about this, like this would happen. Like
right.
I was like, oh man.
At the end of the day, she didn't have his password, and so I was like, this went a whole nother way. I was like, I didn't see this going like this.
You could tell she ain't had a password. You could, because she had that look like.
She said,
he got me convinced that nobody do this. He got me. I'm like, this mine. This is mine. I am hers. So she gonna have my password. I'm gonna have her password.
And I feel like, what's the problem? If you didn't have nothing to hide,
it ain't no problem. It ain't no problem.
I mean,
unless you got a company phone. If you got a company phone, then you probably shouldn't be talking to nobody because your company is keeping track of your data and your voice calls, and that can get you fired. Who's on that? You feel me?
Right.
But if ain't nothing going on, what's the problem? My phone is dry.
Right.
Dry like her first chicken meal dry. You should have tasted it. It was horrible. I'm just saying my phone is dry. I don't be on no bull, like none. Like, so for that reason, what I'm gonna do, like, but honor my wife as much as I can. So,
and that's part of the trust. That's what I was gonna mention. That's part of the trust. I mean, at this point in time, you got to go above and beyond. You got to
earn
it back.
It's your responsibility. Right. If you the cheater. Now, if you've been cheated on, I understand. Especially if you do nothing wrong. Feel me? I understand. But get it out, man. Talk to somebody. You be walking around ready to really go homicidal for real, for real.
That's what I was going to say. You need counseling either way.
You ain't do nothing wrong.
If you leave, you need counseling. And if you're staying, you need counseling. It will be a different type of counseling sessions. For instance, like if you're staying, you're going to need a lot of therapeutic and counseling. You need to be going every day. You need to get involved in a group that has experienced something like this.
Regardless.
Because if you don't do that, you're walking around like a bomb, and you're going to be ready to explode at some point in time. And that's not good, because you could kill someone. And it happens. It happens. People snap. I don't know if you ever heard that show Snap before. It's not funny, but that's what be happening. Like, they be holding that in. Right. They don't go seek counseling because, grandma didn't seek counseling and their mom didn't seek counseling. Right. It's a tradition for some reason, especially in the Black community. I'm just going to say it. Like, we don't believe in counseling. Yeah, we just hold everything
the
in.
Lord, I fight my battle. Like, wait. This is how you gonna fight it right over here. You got to go to the counseling. That's how you gonna help you fight it.
Right.
But my man said couples counseling. Devin Bellamy, very smart man. He said couples counseling helps a lot, and it can even help you, figure out that you're in a wrong situation. You're absolutely right. Sharon and I, in our relationship, we're counseling another young couple. And when we say counseling, we just like we are now, we're not lording over you, because y'all, we us. But we're going to try to help you. And I asked the young man, I asked the young lady first, do you forgive him? And she said, yes. And then she said yes without a second thought in her mind.
Right.
And then I turned to the young man, I said, no, do you forgive her? He said, no. And what she had done hadn't even come to a tenth of the level to what he had done. It was incomprehensible to me. I said, well, if I can't get you past this step one, there's no way we can go to reconciliation. We can't even get to trust, because you have to forgive. You have to. There's no way around it. There's no way. If you don't forgive, then it is the countdown to when one of y'all is going to be in jail.
Now, tell me something. Why, and maybe it just seemed like this to me.
Yeah.
Why does it seem like it's so hard for men to forgive versus women to forgive? I have a hard time understanding that. Maybe, fellas, you could help me out with this.
One word. Pride. men have a lot of ego and a lot of pride. And it all started when we was playing football. And we was playing football. Somebody said, and I was a coach, and I know this. What you doing? Boys don't cry. Pick it up. Man, this man just stepped on my face. A referee said that to my boys one time. My boys is 5 and 6 years old. He stepped in my huddle and was like, what you doing when boys don't cry? I was like, you got the black and white on. Like, I said, you all right, man. They scored a touchdown on us, and it's a championship game. Like, it's okay to cry. Let it out. Like, some people legitimately just need to cry.
Right.
Legit. They just need to cry. So that pride and that ego, I be seeing cats mess up. Listen, they'll mess up a dime babe. Like, babe put a pickup. She getting 10,000 likes. Like, this babe a dime everywhere. She got a good career. She beautiful. And he'll leave that because of pride to go chill with a booger wolf. Like, oh my God. Oh my God.
That's what they call him now.
That's what pride gets you. Pride gets you with a booger wolf.
Wow.
Yeah. I know it for a fact. What is going on in here? So it is what it is. So Sharon and I are encouraged to make these videos, and we always tell people our purpose right in the middle of it. Our purpose is to encourage and tell people, that you can make it. We've been faithful, completely faithful in a relationship for 9 years. Completely faithful. And I always wear it as a badge of honor. But the reason what really, catapulted us into making this series was because we have friends that ended up breaking up and getting a divorce. And I mean, it didn't it, baby? I mean, when we heard about it, we was together, we was stuck. Like, I was eating
like, what happened?
I was eating some of the greatest pound cake of all. I was eating this. I was eating some good pound. It was good. I had to put it down. Like,
fluffy.
What?
Sour cream pound cake.
What happened? So it just stunned us. So we was like, we got to do our part.
Right.
And since this is our best way for us, the best platform for us to reach as many people as we possibly can, we said, we should just start going live for 20 minutes, or if it comes longer, just so we can start telling people how it is. Evil is no match for good, but good has to be active.
Right.
And sometimes when you good, but you inactive, like we inactive, or we good over here, or we hope y'all good. You know what I mean? Nah, see, that's how evil be winning. Like, you can't let that happen to you or nobody around you. You gotta say something. Oh, they gonna think I'm a narco. They gonna think I'm a lame. Oh, well, at least I told you if something happened. It's not my chance.
Or you could share our video. So you feel like, I don't really want to confront them, or this isn't really something that I'm good at doing.
Right.
Just share our video.
It's dead.
Share. If you have a friend that's going through some struggles in their marriage,
you don't even gotta tag them. Just put it on.
Share our video. It can
I
help
want you to
them.
tag them, though.
And if you've already done your part.
Right. Because then basically what they'll see is a successful couple bragging on the fact that we don't cheat. And not just don't cheat, because anybody can get got. When we discussed that yesterday.
Right.
Somebody can put their coffee in my wife. Or they what I always say, they donut in my
coffee.
That's possible.
Coffee. What is going on?
I seen a girl today.
That's some freaky stuff.
I do not want to offend you.
Oh, Lord.
I'm so sorry.
Here
I'm about to say this, though.
Here you go.
I seen a girl today. I literally stared at her for over 2 minutes. I never do that.
We gotta get you some of them.
I never do that, family.
Boys making glasses.
I've never seen a human being in my life with this kind of body. Her face was at a solid 8, and if she had her hair done, it would have been a 10. But her body was a 90. And I couldn't take I was trying, like, I had lost my focus. So it is possible. And you see how I said that? And my wife, she's like, under the table, she punched me twice. But that's okay. That's all right. But the whole point is, because I know that I'm weak, I'm taking precautions in my weak areas. I am addicted to sex. I am a sexaholic. I am a pussy addict. This is what I love to do. Feel me? And because of that, you know what for real. So because of that, you know what I do? I gotta take precautions. If young lady would have caught me staring at her, came over to me, in my mind, there would have been nothing that I would not have said to get that young lady pregnant. I said, after I was absolutely mad, and I'm so sorry. You feel me? It was the devil. It was the devil. Like, it had to be him because I was like, oh my God, this is outrageous.
Enough of that.
You should have seen it though.
I don't want to see it. I
understand, but
I like men.
I understand. So I'm pretty sure, sometimes you see something and you be like, I was stuck.
No.
Is this real? I was pinching myself. I know. So I said, I just was like, it took me like a whole minute, for real, like a legit minute to be like, this not cool. I can't be doing this.
So
I had to start pressing God, just please keep her away from me.
So what do you do when you decide to leave though? So you decide to leave, you still need to seek some type of counseling.
Right.
Need to seek some type of counseling.
Right.
Because now you have mental, it's damage
What
has
you mean,
been done.
if I decide to leave where?
So, all right, the party has cheated.
Okay.
Let's say it was the guy and the female decided to leave. All right.
Okay.
So you still need to see some kind of counseling. Because what happens is now you're running around and you're bitter. So now you become a bitter woman.
Woo!
And
so
now you can't move on. You can't date. You can't, you could barely get up out your bed.
How come the bitter people be the bosses? Is that like a prerequisite to be a boss?
Right.
Oh my God.
Right.
You know what I mean? So she said, I've been divorced once and working on another. If that's what it takes for you, we here, you know what I mean? And hopefully you give us the strength or another encouragement story.
Right.
It's not to have to happen to you. But Mr. Bellamy, to us rather, he says, if you don't get help, you can take your damage into your from the last person into your next relationship.
I agree.
Totally true. That happened to me. Don, you're right. You got to be wise. You got to be smart. Like I told this one young lady once, and she was bitter, but I can tell she was in convalescence, and that's the state when you're getting healthy. I said, all it takes if you're bitter, it's just some sugar. You know what I mean? So you just need somebody sweet in your life, sweet enough to be able to mesh with you, and then y'all become, that good Kool-Aid, that diabetes
That
Kool-Aid.
works, but if you have not taken care of the issue that's going on, you can meet the greatest guy ever or woman ever,
and not be ready
you dog them out because you haven't taken care of the last relationship that you should. See, sometimes people jump into a relationship, they call it like a rebound relationship, because, so-and-so cheating on me, so let me go on and do what I need to do.
Let your pussy breathe. That's what she's saying. Let it breathe.
Take a break.
Take it off.
Focus on you. If you have children, which is even another step.
Yes.
Focus on you and your children.
Man, let your nuts get blue.
Counseling works if you find a good counselor that you trust. Not anybody. Anybody can't counsel you.
Right.
But find someone that you trust and that you believe that can counsel you. And seek counseling. Get into groups with other people that have been through that. Legit. And get it out. Talk about it. Cry about it. Like David said, it's okay to cry from both ends.
Cry. Somebody cheated on you. That's a situation worthy of crying.
Right.
If somebody in your family died close to you, that's a situation worthy of crying. You walking around with the equivalent of a traumatic, and I told somebody the other day, I said, if you get in a car accident and it's a bad enough one, but you get to walk out, people know you was in a car accident because you probably got something broken on you, and they can see it. I said, but if you're in a bad relationship or if something happened to you that's traumatic emotionally, a lot of people can't see it, and so you're walking around with the equivalent of the car accident in your mind, as far as an injury, and people don't know it. They feel like, what's wrong? You ever see somebody who was off? Mm-hmm. He's probably a little bit off. Like, they off a little bit.
Right.
Let me be nice to them because they might, especially them. Especially them. I ain't going to say nothing, but them, they can start to shooting everything up. I'm being nice to everybody. I'm just saying. Y'all know I'm telling the truth.
So, David has talked about his experience, and we've never cheated on each other.
Never.
However, I've been cheated on before.
And I've done some cheating myself.
And I understand how it feels. I was in a relationship for a couple of years, right. And we were, talking about marriage, and it was serious. Right. and the guy decided to cheat
Nah,
on me.
nah, 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 nah. I'm in them good stuff. I'm in them good
He
stuff.
decided to cheat on me
Yeah.
because I wouldn't move in with him. Because it was my standard,
Right.
and I'm not trying to judge anybody else, but my standard, and one of my things that I
Right.
did when I was dating was I wouldn't move in with the person.
Right.
That's just one of my things. That was crossing the line. If you want me to move in, you need to be putting a ring on my finger. When are we getting married?
Right.
Then I'll move in. Then
Right.
I'll help you with your bills and stuff. But until then, I'm going to stay where I'm at, and you're going to stay where you at.
When he said, you know what? I'm going to go meet some more pussy.
And that's fine, but what he could have did was he could have just said, well, I don't think this is going to work out.
But-
then he could go and do whatever he wanted to do.
But men wanna have them
But
cakes.
he wanted the cake to eat it. He wanted to give it
that's
out
what
and
you do
share
with
it and have a
cake.
birthday party with it. He wanted to do a little bit of
You
everything.
I understand.
So, but it tore me up.
can
It was
imagine.
so many things that, and I'm not going to go into detail about it, but it was so much that had happened to me out of that, out of him cheating, and it tore me up. I even got into an encounter with the other woman. Yeah, it went bad. Like, she called me, she went through his phone, and she
Dang.
called me.
I see.
And we got into a bad encounter. That'll be in my book. I'll get more into detail about that.
Nice.
But we got into a counter over that. And I'm like, I don't want no one to bring this type of person out of me.
Too much drama.
It's just drama. And anybody who knows me know I'm not that type
No,
of
you're
person.
not, boo.
But people could bring
We
the
don't even
worst.
have lifetime
But people
here.
could bring the worst out of you. And I'm saying, so I had to heal. So before I got into this was the next serious
Right, though.
relationship I got into. It was years.
Years.
I had associates, people I talked to,
Right.
but no one that I got
F-buddies.
serious. No one.
I'm a
That's
grown
not
man.
what happened.
I was out there laying it low and spreading them wide. I understand.
But no one that I
Everybody
got
been a whole
serious
couple
with because it took a while. It took a while. And so that's why I know I'm talking from experience. I understand. You can't just jump from one relationship to the next relationship. And I knew I wasn't healed yet. And so I had to really work on myself.
Very coaching point.
Yep.
Very, very coaching point. The way I see it is, you got to heal. Say, she's talking from the victim's point of view. I've been the victor, I guess. I don't know.
Victor.
I don't know. I've been the cheater. You know what I mean? So I've actually cheated on girlfriends, but they never know. And because if I'm going to cheat, first of all, if I told the truth, if I decided to cheat, it wouldn't just be with one girl, because you're my one. So I'm going to be I'm going to be out here trying to, basically, Lil Wayne, like, I'm going to try to bang out every babe who let me. Like, and I realized that's twice as dangerous, but I certainly ain't trying to enter into another relationship. I already got that. That's fulfilled for me.
Right.
I don't be out here trying to have new experiences and stuff like that. And so that's what I was doing, like, you know what I mean? So they wasn't knowing that I was, out here, laying it low and spreading it wide, but I was trying to bang out whoever was moving. Like, if you was moving, I was banging you out. And then I changed, like, Don said I've been cheated on with 2 babies made on me by 2 different women.
Oh my goodness.
Jiminy Crickets. Woo! So wait a minute. 2 different. So she said
2 different times.
She got cheated on 2 different times, and
2
each time
babies.
the dude had a baby. Was it the same guy? Nigga, fertile. He got your baby too.
Or is it different guys?
What
2
type of
different guys?
semen he got? Or is it different guys? You know what I mean?
I think she's saying 2 different times.
2 different times. Dang. But I can only imagine. And it is, I play too much, but I'm really am sympathetic to your plight, because I understand, like, you know what I mean? Because from a cheater's perspective, who's never cheated on his wife, I cheated so well that I know the signs. Like, I know, like, oh, you tripping, like, Quay, what up? He said, let's play 2K. He said, Quay is so I'm subject.
Yeah.
What? Same guy, 2 different times. I see what you're saying.
Okay, yeah.
And
He
I know,
has to go then.
We know other people like, no, not necessarily. You know what I mean? He must be out here, slanging that cane, you know what I mean? And if he is, you got to, you must really get attached to him and love him. So you got kids together. It's just, life is great, though.
Kids is different because
Life is great, though.
you're trying to keep your family together.
It's great.
If you have kids. But for me, when the guy cheated on me, I didn't have any kids with him. So I was like, deuces.
Right.
Like, I'm not wasting a bit of
And
my
the nigga
time.
was ugly,
I'm not
like,
giving
he
no more of my time.
He ain't look better than me.
You sure didn't.
You know?
And God blessed me with a handsome
Hey, I'm just saying. I saw that nigga like,
man.
Oh, you upgraded, boo. You cool. You know, at least you got the leather seats and the roll down windows. Like, you know, you got to roll your window up with this thing. Like, nah, boo. Nah, boo. You know. So we're gonna end this video because we've been on it for a long time. So we just want to always say our purpose. Our purpose is to inspire, to create, specifically around the realm of marriage. Sharon and I are strong in this area, and we want to be able to encourage people as it relates to marriage. We want you to get married. We want you to want to be married, especially men. Women already have it. But I think a man, to see another man who's never had a homosexual thought in his entire life, you know what I mean? To see I'm a man's man. To see a man's man acquiesce to the notion that if you're not in love, my friend, you are legitimately missing the entire point of this thing. And you need to get that right first so that everything else start coming into play and it'll all start making sense. Because you can't get blessed, and I don't want to go here, until you get your wife. Because he that findeth the wife findeth a
good thing
and obtaineth favor from the Lord. Mm-hmm. So I can't get the favor until I get sis. And when I got sis, life got a lot easier. You know what I mean? It was hard to keep a roof over my head some days when I was single. But the moment I got married, I was able to combine this, combine that. We was able to maneuver different things and favor. You know what I mean? I do want you to read what Don said here.
You're going to have to read it because I don't have my glasses.
As a wife, I tried to forgive another chance with the one. But two, God said, don't be no fool. Because the nigga could bring you home AIDS. And ain't nobody on that.
That's true.
I feel you, D.
That we definitely gonna talk about that.
And it's gonna be hard every day. Like cry,
yeah. Right?
Cry. There are plenty. And I don't mean to be, but there are plenty of other coffee mugs for you to dip your coffee in too. Like
right, because I mean you have forgiveness, but you have to know when it's enough is enough. Yeah. Because diseases is serious. It is diseases and all kind of stuff. Like you get an encounter with the other party.
And
people are killing people now. They don't just talk or fight it out. Like it gets crazy. So you have to be careful. You have to protect yourself too.
It's rules to this. You feel me? And I know we gonna have to go, but it's rules to this, right? If I got a main babe and I married you, if I am cheating, ain't no way I ain't got no rubber on. This nigga out here having babies, and I bet the baby. Listen, Don, I know you pretty decent, like. I bet these babes total. This nigga was off some Hennessy, blind walking, all that. I just know it was horrible. Like, oh my God, he's some ugly kid. I ain't said that out loud, did I? But I'm just saying, like, you feel me? Like, I already know. Like, it's just some. I already know. Like, it's just some ridiculousness. And how you gonna downgrade? You making me feel like,
right?
But it ain't you. It be niggas. It be niggas. Like, it be niggas done that. It ain't you. It's them. Ain't nothing you did wrong. It's our male greed. Simple and plain. Men are greedy. I'm greedy. I told you the story earlier. I'm married. I'm happily married. And I'm telling you, Don, or whoever's listening, when I seen that young lady today, I went into it I felt like I had a trance over me. Like I was like, oh my God. So I take precautions. You need to
get you some dark glasses too.
I feel you, some CNI glasses.
Yeah, you can put them on.
I'm telling you,
you can't see or hear.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, we do need help though. So I'm here for it. You know what I mean? Because especially it's like men love to see other men who could be an example. I know when I was looking for an example, I got a mentor. I got up under my mentor. And I just was peeping the scene like, oh, you legitimately love her. Like, oh, you got to teach me how to love because I don't know how to do that. Or you ain't never argue with her in public. Oh, okay. Like, I'm picking up on the little stuff like, oh, you looking at her eyes like, y'all really like each other. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this could be it. Like, so it all work out in the end. But we do want to give you the blog page, which is
www.Sharon, CHERRON, Lucas.com. We have the link below.
Yeah.
And it's also on our page. We have a new page out, so check that out.
Yes.
I'm trying to think. Oh, please subscribe, because if you subscribe, we can send you all future events that's coming out.
Yes.
Any type of events that we
have.
And
it's free.
Webinars.
We love you too,
ebooks. Don. Yes, we love you.
Yes.
And may you be blessed.
Oh, mother of the church. As soon as we open one up, I know you're going to be the first mother. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So, we're gonna definitely...
We were having a sex line coming out.
Yes.
So, we're going to be announcing when that's coming out and putting things out. So, please subscribe so that we can be able to let you know about these events.
Right.
Know if you're interested or not. And give us feedback as well. And
we're going to do our work. We're going to work. We don't care if nobody watch. We're going to still be working.
Right.
Because if one couple stays together because they refuse to go to church and they want to listen to us instead, because we keeping it 100. I'm saying dick, pussy, cock, balls, all that. I'm not holding back because it ain't time for that. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then I'm also giving you very pragmatic truths that are not overly spiritual. And that'll have you actually, contemplating stuff. So we keep it in 100. This ain't church. I'm not trying to pretend like it's church. If you feel like you at church, that's not what this is. This is really on some legitimate, hey, man, don't be doing that. Get it together, like, please, for us, especially us. Y'all know what us mean. Get it together. Black women are the first ones to get divorced. The first ones. And I feel like black men, how, Sway? You don't have the answers. You need to listen to somebody with the answers because you don't got them. And you need to listen.
Right.
So it is what it is. So
we want to see more. We want to see more black couples out here. You know what I mean?
We're going to start reaching out to some of y'all.
Yeah.
If you a black couple, we're going to start reaching out. We're going to start asking.
Every couple is invited.
Will you help us
but
to participate?
Our community is suffering in this area.
And so organize. And then when you go to places like church, there are some who are doing it. But you be feeling like I walked in the same way I want to. Like, nah, family, we ain't gonna do you like that. I bet you feel better watching this video than before you started watching it, because we here to encourage you.
Right.
We got to get out of here. We got to also put this on YouTube too, so we got to make sure the videos are within a certain time frame. So until next time, we do love you, and peace.